I started my working life as a chemical engineer, and after several years switched into the financial area. And since then, a lot of my time has been spent analyzing companies in the for-profit world, trying to decide on which would make profitable investment opportunities. A lot of variables affect that kind of a judgment, but after I had enough experience, I concluded that the single most important ingredient to the success of a company was the quality of its management, or in other words, its leadership. Several years ago, the then Secretary of Education, Arne Duncan, visited a Yale school and asked a staff member, "Can a school be excellent if the principal isn't excellent?" The teacher, a veteran of restructuring and school reform, responded, "No, it simply is not possible." So now it gives me great pleasure to announce that this year's winner is Derek Pierce. Derek is the founding principal of Casco Bay High School for Expeditionary Learning in Portland, Maine. Derek was named Principal of the Year for the state of Maine, honored for growing the 11-year-old Casco Bay High School from a, quote, fledgling alternative offering to a thriving institution known for its innovative teaching model and close-knit student community. So Derek, if you'd come up.
My thanks to Mr. Silverberg, Scott Hartle, and EL Education for this overwhelming honor. Generous acts from those you respect the most mean the most. I also want to thank the faculty, students, and family of Casco Bay High School, represented in the first few rows, whose transformative work is rightfully celebrated by this honor. There's no job on earth that I'd rather have. I especially want to thank the magnificent teacher, Leslie Applebaum, who spearheaded my nomination thrice. Finally, I want to thank my wife, Anya, and my daughters for their inspiration, their support, their love, and their indefatigable patience for my astonishing assortment of ineptitudes. Speaking of that, on the first day of school this year, your 2016 Silverberg Leadership Award winner was trying to play a game of Bunny Bunny with my crew of juniors and losing badly. I'm betting some of you know Bunny Bunny. It's item number 237 in your crew team building arsenal. Everyone stands in that holiest of EL shapes, a circle. And first you get everyone going, hoo, ha, hoo, ha, hoo, ha. And then there's one person who starts it off, and they pass the pulse by going like this, bunny, 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 bunny. And the entire time, everyone else in the circle is still going, hoo, ha, hoo, ha. Unless the person next to you receives the bunny, bunny, and then you have to arc your body towards your neighbor and go, tiki, 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 tiki. So you put the whole thing together, and it goes something like this. First, we go, let's see, I want you guys to try it. Now, this is a lot of people, so it's kind of stage whisper, but you can do it. Everybody go, hoo, ha, hoo. Very good, hoo, ha. Gifted learners, ha, hoo, ha, hoo, ha. And then I go, keep going, yeah, keep going. Ha, hoo, ha, hoo, ha. Bunny, 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 bunny. Bunny, you got it, that's it, that's it. Very good. And that's it. And if someone messes up, they get eliminated, and everyone quickly gets good and fast and funnier. Fun game, right? And if you didn't have a lesson plan for Monday Crew, you're welcome, all right? So, it's day one of this school year, and the Silverberg Leadership Award winner, the Slaw, is outside with my crew, and we're engaging in an exuberant, unifying, memory-making game of Bunny Bunny. Except we're not. Or they're not. I'm all in. I'm like, hoo, ha, bunny, 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 bunny. And they're like, hoo, ha, bunny. So I double down, right? I go bigger. A bunny, 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 hoo, ha. And they're like, bun, yeah, hoo. So I triple down, and I exhort with high-quality side coaching. Come on, you got this. We're gonna keep doing it until we all get it. 5 more minutes. Have you ever experienced 5 minutes that felt like an hour? So after slaughtering Bunny Bunny, the slaw turned to the next item on his first day lesson plan, the group rap battle. As my daughters would say, epic fail. So I limp into a debrief and try to justify the debacle like a 1950s school marm just back from a growth mindset workshop. Listen, guys, junior year is about stepping up and stepping out of your comfort zone. That's where learning happens, where leadership begins. To which one of my advisees responds with Dweckian ennui, that's what you guys said about sophomore year. At which point the slaw wonders to himself, I've been an educator for over 20 years. Do I know anything? Anything at all? The happy occasion of this award prompted some similar, if less browbeating, reflection. What have I learned about being a good leader during my 11 plus years as an EL principal? The answer to that question is at the core of my profound gratitude today. One lesson I learned I clearly forgot during crew. Good leaders need to listen first and be responsive to where their community is and what they need. You can't impose your vision, your bunny bunny, on others. I've had rollicking bunny bunnies with other crews. This crew was not down with my totalitarian extroversion. This crew was at its best when they had an idea for a sleepover at school, when we envisioned and implemented together, highlighted by prepping, painting, and customizing our crew classroom. This relates to a lesson I learned repeatedly at our school and in the EL network. A leader's fundamental task is to nurture relationships and craft structures that unleash the individual and collective greatness in their community. And then, stay out of the way. When Casco Bay is really humming, when an expedition culmination is imminent, and teachers and students are huddled in every nook, committed to crafting work that's a personal best, teams of teachers and cohorts of kids feel empowered and interdependent. Teachers and students feel liberated to pursue their particular excellence, as well as connected and invested in similar success for others. Secondly, EL's taught me it's about the relationship, stupid. Of all the data we've encountered about our school, I may be most proud of one survey question. 100% of our faculty strongly agreed with a statement that 61% in our district agreed with. I have positive and productive relations with the colleagues with whom I work most closely. If the adults in your building really like each other and share a vision of how to achieve excellence, then teachers can achieve the same joy in the hard work that we hope kids will experience. We've recently added more time to crew. It meets daily and 3 hours a week in our school. We figured out that crew, when done well, is more than even family at school. It's the lab that cultivates student voice and ownership, the spawning ground for the democratic practices of civility and empathy, which we so desperately need right here and now. I've also learned from EL that compelling learning expeditions are good for test scores and improve student engagement. And oh yeah, they might just change a student's sense of the good that is possible for themselves and their world. Right now, I got a yeah from Scott on that. You gave me a little yeah. Right now, our freshmen are working with Portland City leaders to imagine a Portland where they would want to live as adults. Our juniors are diving deep with climate change. Many of you saw the full-length documentary that last year's juniors created about Detroit's local heroes in this city's battle with income inequality. Now this same cohort is prepping for a pop-up museum about the modern Arab world. Using curriculum to grapple with the most important issues of the day capitalizes on the greatest shared strength of teens and teachers, a teeming sense of justice and a passion to see it reflected in the world. In an educational world that too often views education and student achievement as hoo-ha, EL has taught me that student achievement has multiple dimensions. Some bunny, 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 and even some tiki, 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 tiki. And thank God the world of EL is open source. That's what the national conference and this network is about. Getting better together. Reigning Slaw, Lisa Wing, offered me sage counsel about how to mark our school's 10th anniversary. The absolute best ritual at Casco Bay, our seniors' final words, was inspired by Codman Academy and a conversation with founding Slaw, the B.D. Brown. Most of my learning about leadership over the last decade, of course, has come from watching my teachers teach. Noting Brooke launch a chemistry club based on students' budding passions for water quality. Observing Mallory deftly coaching a cohort of EL students eager for her wisdom to mine the wisdom they already have. Great teaching is great leadership. And finally, great leadership, I've learned repeatedly, requires both great humility and the confidence to take risks, to keep taking risks, to keep innovating, even amidst the inevitable failure. My time as an EL leader has taken me and my crew deep in the woods, where I was the only person in school history to have to blow the emergency whistle when I got lost. It's taken me ocean kayaking, where I capsized twice and required a mid-ocean rescue. Every day, teachers and educational leaders have to make a million micro decisions about how to best interact with the humans in front of them. How do I respond to that student's sarcasm? How do I phrase this question most clearly, most compellingly? In this moment, would I offer my support best with a phrase, a smile, a touch on the shoulder? Of the million consequential decisions which an educator must make every day, even the great ones miss the mark 1% of the time. That's at least 10,000 teeny screw-ups every day. I used up 8,032 just in the bunny bunny thing. But whatevs. The key is to keep tinkering towards better, to keep an open dialogue with the colleagues who share your mission, and to keep loving your students and staff with intention relentlessly. I can't wait for Monday with my crew. Thank you, EL.